The mystery of the shark arm case. The mysterious incident, long remembered as the shark arm case, remains one of Australia's most unsettling and extraordinary investigations. It began in the year 1935, when the Coogee Aquarium and swimming baths in Sydney struggled to survive the financial strain caused by the Great Depression. The owner, Bert Hobson, worked tirelessly to keep the attraction open, but dwindling attendance and widespread hardship made it difficult to maintain the business. In an effort to revive public interest, Hobson and his son captured an enormous 14-foot, 1-ton tiger shark off the coast and proudly placed it inside their pool as a new spectacle for visitors. At the time, Sydney had experienced several shark attacks, heightening both fear and fascination among the public. Hobson believed that displaying the massive creature would offer reassurance and entertainment, drawing crowds who wished to see one of the ocean's most formidable predators up close. For nearly a week, the shark attracted families and curious onlookers, giving Hobson hope that his business might finally recover. However, what happened next would transform the aquarium into the center of a national mystery. Before a crowd of spectators, the tiger shark began thrashing violently, as if in distress. Moments later, it vomited several items, including a rat, a bird, and, most shocking of all, a human arm. The scene horrified witnesses and immediately prompted Hobson to alert authorities. The arm, which had been cleanly severed, bore a distinctive tattoo of 2 boxers. Investigators quickly moved in, and to ensure no additional evidence remained inside the shark, the animal was later put down and examined. No other human remains were found. Using fingerprint technology, the arm was identified as belonging to 45-year-old Jimmy Smith, a man who had vanished on the 7th of April, 1935. His identity introduced a complex and suspicious background that forced investigators to delve into Sydney's criminal underworld. Their attention soon turned to Reginald William Lloyd Holmes, a well-connected businessman involved in both legitimate boat-building operations and various smuggling ventures. Holmes and Smith had been partners in numerous insurance schemes, including the deliberate sinking of an overinsured vessel called the Pathfinder in 1934. It was later uncovered that Smith and Holmes had also collaborated with Patrick Francis Brady, a former serviceman with a record for forgery. Together, Smith and Brady had cashed forged checks using signatures stolen from Holmes's associates. Tension grew within the group, and investigators discovered that Smith had begun using these activities as leverage to pressure Holmes. As authorities pieced together the connections between the 3 men, the final sighting of Jimmy Smith became especially important. He had been seen at the Cecil Hotel in southern Sydney, drinking and playing cards with Brady. Although Smith had told his wife he planned to go fishing, he instead spent the day with Brady, whose sudden involvement struck investigators as suspicious. Brady had also rented a small cottage during the exact period in which Smith vanished, raising further concern. Police came to believe that Jimmy Smith met his end inside that cottage, though the exact circumstances remain unknown, and the remainder of his body has never been recovered. Despite pursuing Holmes and Brady, evidence proved difficult to secure, leaving significant aspects of the case unresolved. What began as an attempt to save a struggling aquarium unexpectedly revealed a disturbing network of deceit, fraud, and silent conflict within Sydney's criminal circles. The shark arm case endures as one of Australia's most baffling true mysteries, a chilling blend of coincidence, crime, and unanswered questions that continues to fascinate historians and investigators nearly a century later.